Hey everyone, it's me Triton, and today's Battlefront 2 video is a guide on how to use what I consider to be the best hero or villain in the game, Leia Organa, in the Galactic Assault game mode. But before I show you guys some examples of the best and worst ways to utilize Leia, let's talk about the star cards I use for Galactic Assault. The first is Laser Brain, which grants bonus damage for her alternative fire on her Defender Blaster. This is an absolute must, as her alternative fire ability is basically a sniper rifle with area of effect damage, and seemingly has no damage fall off. The second is High Spirit. This grants Leia the ability to regain more base health. When it comes to heroes, any star card that helps with survivability is a must. The final star card is For the Rebellion. This grants Leia the ability to regain 20 health when you defeat an enemy trooper, and 80 health when you defeat an enemy villain. Again, any star card that helps with survivability in Galactic Assault is a must. Let's dive into some of the do's and don'ts when playing as Leia. So now that we're talking about some of the do's and don'ts with Leia, let's start off with some of the things that you really should do with Leia when you're playing the game. And as you can see, I'm staying with my squad, holding down objectives, and using her alternative fire with her blaster pistol. That's probably the most effective way to use Leia. She's not ideal in close range combat. She can certainly hold her own, but anytime you're trying to hold down an objective, if you're able to stay back at range, pick people off like I'm doing here with her blaster pistol, and then also play within the squad. That way you can put down a squad shield if you absolutely need to. You can throw concussion grenades over the top, let your teammates pick people off, but you're really seeing here how effective she truly is by just using the alternative fire on her defender pistol. So this is probably the best way to use her in Galactic Assault, in my opinion, locking down on objectives and just picking off people as they come one-on-one. You know, she doesn't have a lightsaber, so she's not going to be fantastic engaging multiple enemies at one time, but she is extremely good at using her defender pistol to lock down objectives.
Just one other person can do, you know?
I just want to make note as you're watching another clip of how effective Leia's alternate fire is on her blaster, that you can engage multiple enemies with her blinding nade if you're able to blind all the enemies, go in there really quick either with her blaster pistol or her rapid fire. Those things work, but it's a risky gambit. She takes a lot of damage quickly, so you really want to make sure that you are staying at range and you are engaging enemies from a distance, because that's going to give you the best chance to remain playing as her for as long as possible. And that's really the goal, not only to win the match, but to also play as the hero that you spend all your battle points for as long as possible. So by now I think you get the point. You really want to stay at range with Leia. You want to be able to engage enemies one at a time. Her alternative fire is really powerful, so you want to use that as much as possible. But not every map that you've seen so far has allowed for me to do that. So there's some types like the Death Star 2, some maps that have like Starkiller Base that are a little bit tighter. There's maps where you're in a little bit tighter. So you really want to make sure that you're engaging enemies using the blinding nade. So here's an example of that. So this clip kind of starts well. You're going to see that I do get a couple kills here using her blaster, using some of her alternative fire, using the blinding nade relatively effectively. But like I said, and what you'll see kind of towards the end of this clip is it's very hard for Leia to engage a lot of enemies at one time. She takes a fair amount of damage very quickly, and you really can't be getting shot by more than one person and expect to live. Even at 650 health, which is a lot, she doesn't have the same type of health bar like a Chewbacca can get, or Darth Vader where they get up over 1,000. So it's very important that you don't take a lot of damage all at once from multiple sources. So you'll see here, this starts okay. I'm using her rapid fire ability. You definitely can use that to take people out. I'm using the blinding nade to try to get an advantage here so they all can't shoot me at once, although they know where I'm at. But I'm really kind of cornered here. I probably should have pulled away instead, stayed in the fight too long, and I died. Now, I do want to touch on the squad shield a little bit, but one of the things I hate about squad shield is that it always seems like a teammate puts that down exactly where you don't want it. So I use it a lot for self-preservation, particularly against other heroes like Boba Fett, who can hit you out of nowhere. Throwing down the shield can really save your life. this is the final clip here, and I really wanted to save this into the end because I think it puts together everything that we talked about. All of Leia's abilities, keeping people at range, trying to engage people one-on-one. I really do feel that's the best way to utilize Leia and to stay as long as and be alive as long as possible, because like I said earlier on, that's the name of the game. You really don't want to cash in all of your battle points and then die immediately with the character. Now, a lot of people play heroes extremely tentative because of that, and when you're Leia, her natural abilities really play into that tendency, and I think that's why she's such a popular pick most of the time if you're on the light side. So I think if you follow these things, guys, you're really going to be very successful in playing as Leia, staying alive as Leia, and getting a lot of kill streaks, which are going to hopefully get you guys more credits at the end of the game, and also maybe get up on that top 5 leaderboard. That's always nice as well. So this is going to be a clip that I let play a little bit longer than me talking. Sometimes I feel like the best way to learn something is watching it, and you can't always do that if you have someone just constantly in your ear. So I'm going to let kind of the rest of this clip play out, guys. This does conclude some of the various videos I've done for Battlefront 2. I've done a trophy guide, I've done my reaction to the 1.1 patch, and then I've also done this video, which is kind of like a help guide and tips and tricks, so to speak. So I'd really be interested in your feedback as to what you've liked so far from the videos I've done for Battlefront 2. What have you not have liked, I guess, and maybe I can make some adjustments, because I do have a lot of clips. There's a lot of other things I want to share, but I definitely want to make videos that you guys think are meaningful and impactful to you. So any feedback would be really appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until I have another video, and hopefully that'll be very soon, you guys all have a great day.
Secured. Their ships are grounded. Our first victory in a new era.